Effectiveness. Ever wondered how businesses measure their effectiveness? It's all about the complete cycle, from procuring inputs, transforming them into useful products, selling them, and then acquiring more inputs. It's not just about creating quality goods, but also how well they're sold and maintaining a sustainable supply chain. Leading indicator. Now let's move on to leading indicators. These are measures that forecast or anticipate future performance. For instance, in finance, stock market indices like the S&P 500 are considered leading indicators as they often predict broader economic trends before they occur. Factor comparison. This is a wage-structured development method where benchmark jobs are compared to determine appropriate compensation. For example, in an engineering firm, positions are compared factor by factor like skill level, responsibility, and so on to set salaries. Test-retest reliability. In the realm of testing and assessment, we have test-retest reliability. The former assesses the reliability of a measuring instrument by testing and retesting the same population and correlating scores. Split-halves reliability. Determining an instrument's reliability by splitting it into two parts and comparing scores on both halves. Example. A personality assessment divides questions into odd and even numbers and checks if individuals score consistently on both halves cents per hour. Calculating the cost of employee benefits by dividing the total annual cost per employee by the number of hours worked per year. Example. If the annual cost of benefits for an employee is $5,000 and they work 2,000 hours a year, the cost per hour is $5,000. 2,000 equal, sign $2.50. Percent of payroll methods. Expressing the cost of employee benefits as a percentage of the total payroll costs. Example. If an organization spends $50,000 on benefits and their total payroll is $500,000, the benefit cost is 10% of the payroll. Annual cost method. Computing the costs of benefits by determining the total annual cost of each benefit. Example. Calculating the total cost of offering health insurance to employees for a year, including premiums, administrative costs, and claims. Cultural assimilator. Instructing expatriate managers on cultural differences between countries and helping them adapt. Example. Providing workshops for employees moving abroad to understand cultural nuances and practices in their new work environment. Expert opinion. Long-term forecasting based on subjective estimates from experts. Example. Economists providing projections on future market trends or growth based on their expertise and analysis. Group interview. Conducting interviews where one person interviews multiple applicants simultaneously. Example. A hiring manager interviewing several candidates together for a customer service role to observe how they interact and handle group dynamics. Stress interview. Subjecting interviewees to intentionally created stress to assess their performance under pressure. Example. An interview scenario where the interviewer challenges the candidate with tough questions or scenarios to observe their reactions under stress. Situational interview. An interviewing method where job candidates respond to hypothetical scenarios. Example. During an interview for a managerial role, candidates might be asked, "How would you handle a conflict among team members?"